Tackle Junkies, what's going on, fellas? Today we're going to be checking out what I packed in my travel bag. Alright guys, when we talked about the bigger Kuma bag, one of the things you guys wanted to see is what it looked like on. So we're doing the same here with the PC Fun bag. I am, 5'11", about 215 pounds. So this is what it looks like on me. Okay, of course you got the chest strap here, and then you got padding here in the back, which you guys can see. Again, this is the PC Fun backpack here, which I'll go ahead and link that down below. And also, I have my wife on the camera, so I figured it'd be better as far as getting shots, just having her record me instead of setting up a tripod. So if it's kind of shaky, we'll just blame her. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and just start with the outside here. And pocket right here. Now, I have some, what are these, wet wipes here, but you can put a water bottle, something like that. With the wet wipes, usually when I'm heading out to the ponds or something like that, usually I pick up lunch on the way, so it's good to have some type of towel here to clean your hands up before you go fishing. Anyways, that's what I put there. We'll go to the other top compartment here. Okay, KVD line and lure, never leave home without it. Line conditioner. Then I have some Rapid line clips. I have a video on these, which I'll link down below. And then I have the Rapid line guides. Again, I'll link that down below as well so you guys can see what those are. But they're pretty handy, so I like to keep them here right up top. All right, in this first pouch here, I have a couple bait sacks. Now, I don't have the clip on the back. What I like to do with these, if I don't clip them on the rods, what I like to do is, let's say I'm going to leave my bag in the truck. I'm just going to grab one rod and walk around the ponds, and I want a couple crankbaits. I'll just go ahead and toss a couple crankbaits in the bait sack here and just put that in my pocket. So I don't have to carry around the bag or a couple boxes. I can just put a couple baits in the bait sack and I'm good to go. So I do like to have a couple of those with me at all times. I do the same on my boat. I'll leave a few of these on the deck of my boat with crankbaits in them. That way they're not getting snagged in the carpet and all that. Again, they're on hand, ready to go. So a couple bait sacks there up top. And I do have a code, TJ81, Cal Goes Fishing, get 20% off. Again, all my discount links are down below in the description. So that is that. Okay. On front here, we do have boomerang clip, little flashlight. Okay, got that on there. Then I also have a split ring pliers. You can see here there's three little deals here to tuck things in there. I do have them attached up top, and then of course you can just attach them in there as well, just slipping them behind these little straps here. Okay, other side, I have a little Cuda scissors here, great for cutting fluoro braid. Again, I have that attached there with a little lanyard there, again to shove that behind one of the straps, like so. Okay, from there, let's go to this pouch over here. All right, in here, a few different things going on in here. One, we have a little tape measure. I did a tournament when I was in, what was that, the Hooked Up Network? And it was the tape measure that we used for that. I still have it, so I rolled that up to be able to measure a fish. Just in case I didn't have my scale, at least I could get a length. But I do have my scale packed here. We have the new Connect scale packed in there as well. Again, discount code down in the description. You can see here there's a pocket here, and a pocket here, and I went ahead and split it up there just so I'm not banging around the front screen getting that all scratched up. So I did split that up there like so, and I keep my ruler right next to that. Okay, in this pouch here, got a little power source here. This is from Anchor. Little power source there, and you can charge your cameras or a little flashlight, your phone, and something like that. I got a couple cables here, a USB-C, and then a micro USB here as well. Again, to be able to charge flashlights, cell phones, whatever I need to while I'm out on the water. Most likely it'll be camera batteries, but it's handy to have something like this on you at all times. So put that in there. Okay. So we got our tape measure, scale, power source, and a couple cables there. Alright, ready, went over that. Here. This one's pretty packed as well. Again, we got 3 pockets here. We've got a scissors. We've got my Cuda pliers here. But this is going to change up. I do have a couple more pliers on the way. One's going to be like a diagonal cutter, and then one will just be a regular pliers here. I'll have one in the back, one in the front. This is the one normally that I wear on my belt when I'm just walking around the ponds if I don't have my bag with me. But so I got that one here. I got some glue here. We got Mega Strike, KVD fish sticks, and then I have 5 of these, I believe, Spike It dye markers here. Yeah, I believe it's a garlic. Are they all crawfish? Looks like crawfish scent. And the reason I went with Spike It over the JJ is just because I didn't want the mess. I didn't want to have to deal with the bottle spilling. I had these laying around, so I went ahead and shoved them in here. So, got all my scent and dye, things like that in here. Okay. Alright. Up top here, I don't have my sunglasses in here, but this is for your sunglasses. That's pretty handy there right on top. Then in here, we have, okay, this would be a good spot for your fishing license, but the farm ponds that I go to are family owned, so when I go there, I normally don't carry my license. I usually like to keep that in my boat so I don't forget it. So I made this top. I made this kind of like a little first aid kit. I got some Band-Aids in here, some alcohol cleansing wipes, ibuprofen, sunscreen, things like that. So that's that in there. Before we get into the soft plastics, let's go over what I have in here. Now this here is supposed to be like a little workstation, and I kind of made it my terminal tackle little storage area. When I got in here, this may change, okay? I'm debating on this. I figured I would never just put this down and work on baits, so I thought it'd be good just for terminal tackle. But what I have in here is some trailer hooks, Gamakatsu, some mustad. This here is the hook all from Rapid Fishing. This is how I keep my trailer hooks on. Or I do have another video how I keep my soft plastics up on the hook using this, which I'll link down below. This here is 3 different containers of different color discs that you can put in the hook all. Of course, I got my O-rings here for wacky rigs. I got a hook file. I got some tungsten weights. Keep it pretty simple here. We got 1/8, 3/16, and 1/4. Usually all I throw. As far as hooks as well, I'm trying to keep it pretty simple. Big bite, soft plastic hooks here. It's got a longer shank on them. Mustad grip pins. I got a 3/0 and a 4/0. And then, let's see here, the extra wide gap. I got 3/0 and 4/0. And then for swim baits, I got 3/0, 4/0, and 5/0, 1/8 and 16th ounce. And then from there, I got little wacky Nico hooks. Again, I can use for a wacky rig, Nico rig, things like that. And I got some Nico weights, and then some shaky heads. So that's the only thing I may change with how I have it set up. I may just keep this stuff in here, or I may make a separate box for terminal tackle and put it down below. But I guess what I was doing before is I had so much in the terminal tackle box that it was way overpacked for pond fishing, just because I know how these ponds fish. I know what I throw. So I figured having a box, it was making me bring too much stuff. So I kind of just packed what I knew I would need: 3- and 4/0 hooks, some weights, and that pretty much does it. Again, shaky heads. So I really don't think I'm going to go full with another box. I'm going to save room down here just for other tackle, and just keep the stuff that I know I'm going to use as far as terminal tackle right here. So that is that. Let's go and go with soft plastics. Now, I don't have every style soft plastic in here. I got, again, what's in here is what I know works at these ponds. So you guys know I love throwing frogs and things like that at the ponds. Rage Toad is definitely my go-to right there. Green pumpkin chartreuse. Go and lay everything out here too, so you can see just how much I have packed in here. I like the Rage Menace here. It's a great trailer for swim jigs and things like that. Okay, Rivet Frogs, black and white. Looks like I need to pick up some more white there. These are great trailers on the back of a Buzzbait. Okay, Wacky Rig Exo Stick. That's another great one there for a Nico rig as well. Some more chatterbait trailers, really like these. Okay, the next one I'm going to pull out. I'm going to go ahead and quiz my wife here. This is a worm it's one of her confidence baits. It's a color that I thought was going to be discontinued, and I bought like 10 bags of them, and I don't think she's used it since then, but it was her go-to worm while she was really into fishing a while back. Which worm is it, babe?
Chompers.
Chompers. Do you know the color?
It's purple and blue.
Well, it's blue. Natural blue glitter. I put them in there just for you.
That's because you know I got to fish that.
That's right. All right. You guys know that I like the plasma tails, the 4.5, as chatterbait trailers. So we got 3 packs of those. These 3 here will cover me for whatever colors I'm going to throw in the chatterbait. Again, Biospawn code, use code TJ81, 20% off. Yeah, 20% off. That's right. Then we got straight tail worms, 6.5 inch, again, Biospawn. Nico rig, shaky head, things like that. Cincos, green pumpkin, black and blue. Gotta have your Cincos in there. If I'm throwing weightless, I prefer the Yamamoto. I mean, I hate that they tear up so fast because they got so much salt in them. But because of that salt, they got a great sink rate to them, and they're heavy enough to be able to throw weightless. See here, Rage Tail, one of my go-to worms here. Cut R worm, love that one there. All right, a couple craws, Vile Craw, black and blue, Alabama Craw. Again, I'm not getting too crazy with the colors. I know something more natural, like a green pumpkin type color, and black and blue. I know those always work out there. Beaver type bait, Vile Bug, again, black and blue, Alabama Craw. And then we got some swim baits in here, a little smaller one, little easy Tennessee shad. My black shads are gonna work without those. And then Exo Swims and some smaller black shads. I mean, that's a lot of plastics right there to put in this little compartment right here up top. So a lot of baits fit in there. And again, this stuff will change throughout the season, but for the most part, really, it doesn't matter if it's spring or late winter. This is what I'm throwing out there. Well, I'm not really throwing topwater frogs there in the wintertime, but for the most part, this is what I bring over there all the time. This is what I throw. It's not going to change up too much. I might bring maybe creature bait every now and again, but for the most part, this is what I'm going to bring over there. And if I'm not fishing there, I'm fishing with Phantom Fishing usually. And again, I fish that lake enough to know what I'm going to throw over there. So these baits will cover me. Let's go ahead and just leave that there. I'll pack that up later. But you can see a good variety of baits will fit in the bag here. Now, this bag does have an option to where if you don't want to put any boxes down here, this top part here, it's Velcro. You can push this down and have one open spot. If you want to put more boxes or possibly just more plastics, you can set it up however you want to. I chose to only put a couple. Actually, before I open that up, front pocket here, I'm not going to take these out. You guys can see these here. I have my Fish Monkey gloves in there. I got some Sims gloves and a Sims buff. I do have a code for you guys, Fish Monkey, 20% off, code TJ81. Again, all the links are down in the description, but keep those in there. And then as far as the boxes go, it holds 4. I only have 2 in here, just because I wanted to save room just in case I wanted to do a terminal box, or if I just want to throw some bigger hard baits like the S-Wave or something like that, I can throw those in there. I didn't want to cram it full. Until, again, this is something that may change up as well, but for the most part, this is what I throw, but I wanted to save room if I did want to change something up with, like I said, bigger baits or whatever I want to do. All right. Now, this is going to be pretty simple to you guys, I'm sure, but again, I just know what works over there at the ponds. That's pretty much just what I packed. So, over here, we got, and you'll see here, I'm using some Nomad Boxes. These are out of one of my Akuma bags. This bag here didn't come with any boxes, but you can get it with or without boxes. This one didn't have any boxes, or I ordered it with no boxes, so I just used some boxes that I had. Okay, you see here, got my spinnerbaits, some Mikasos in there, a couple Booyah. Then I got my chatterbaits, some Z-Man, shock blades. I got some swim jigs, and then I got some regular, like, New Tech jigs, pitching and flipping, things like that. And then I have some underspins, and there's my blades right there. So pretty simple. Again, pretty straightforward with colors. I know what works over there. That's what we packed. And then here, Buzzbaits, black and white. Top water, poppers, a couple walk the dog type baits, crankbaits, gotta have the KVD 1.5, Bomber Square A, and a couple lipless. You know, there's not any jerk baits or big swim baits in there right now. Again, I don't throw them that much at the ponds because this is what I bring over there 99% of the time. I know what works, so that's what I packed. So again, it's pretty light on the hard baits, but again, I don't need, you know, that much over there. Probably majority of the time I'm going over there, I'm going to throw a spinnerbait anyways. So half the stuff's not even going to get used because I know a gold spinnerbait just kills it over there, and that's what I throw most of the time. But guys, I think that pretty much covers it, but you can see a whole lot of tackle fits in this bag. And again, there was more room if I wanted to put a little smaller box like this in there, because it will fit 4 of these boxes. You know, I can load up one of these in there. You know, I gave myself options by not packing it completely. You know, if I want to throw something in there on the go, I can. So the only other thing that's not in there is treble hooks and split rings. And again, I'm debating if I'm going to put the terminal tackle in a box. If I do that, then I'll go ahead and add treble hooks and split rings in that box. If not, I'll just go ahead and toss them down there, maybe in one of these boxes. I'm sure I have a slot open. I can just put a few, you know, treble hooks and split rings like right here in this spot here if I decide to do that. Again, it's something I'll play around with when I'm actually on or at the ponds with this bag. But for the most part, I think it's pretty much packed how I want to have it and keep it set up like this. So anyways, guys, that is the video. If you guys are looking for some extra content to watch, definitely head over to the PC Fun channel. Check them out. I'll link them down below as well. The bag will be linked down below as well as discount codes for some of the companies that I mentioned earlier. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys on the next one.